Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monochromatic Mondays, and today we are going to be talking all about the color of the soul of the man. Now, this week we're going to be talking about the construction of shoes, how shoes are put together, how we formulate all of those different elements, and what they kind of mean. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is because a lot of times guys go out and they buy shoes for arbitrary reasons or for actually intentional reasons, and they purchase arbitrary shoes. And so they end up getting something that's not necessarily helping them stand on the things that they really are looking to express. So I wanted to make sure that those things are in order when you are stepping out into that space. So first question that I have for you is, do you ever think about the color of your soles? And this is not just the sole of the shoe, the basic piece of the shoe, which a lot of people will say is just the bottom, right? So I'm not talking about you going to get some red bottoms. You know, if you do like Christian Louboutins, I should say, then cool, you know, do your thing. I'm not mad at that. But this is more just on the color of the outside of the shoe. Now, a lot of guys don't even really pay attention to that. They don't pay attention to that bottom facing. So you generally do some black soles, you can do brown soles, or then you can end up having a colorful bottom. Now, generally speaking, if you're doing any type of standard dress shoe, it's going to have a black sole on the bottom. But when you are talking about more casual shoes, you can tend to have a brown sole that can either be chocolate, it could be dark, it could have that caramel color, or it could be slightly lighter than that in a more tan color. And then when we start talking about the soles that you're getting that are going to be rubber soles, which we're going to talk about the construction of on Wednesday when it comes to what to wear, a lot of people don't really think about those things. And I didn't really think about those things until spring was coming, when I was first beginning my journey and my development and my story when it came to dressing. And my mentor was telling me about these suede bucks, and he was like, yeah, man, these suede bucks, and they got the eraser bottom on them. I was like, the eraser bottom? What do you mean? So he showed me some of his bucks, white, you know, the it wasn't really white, but they were like, you know, a chalky white suede, and then they had this red, like this red hue to them. And I was like, man, that's a very unique space that you can step in when it comes to the coloring of those bottoms, because it really did change his entire look. So the reason why I'm throwing this out here is because a lot of people probably going to overlook this one minute detail, but especially if you get into a space where you're customizing your shoes, or even if you're thinking about your sneakers, or you're thinking about like your drivers or any other casual shoe, it's important to understand that that little small detail can really actually enhance your look. Very rarely is it going to detract from the look, unless you have just really poor construction, or it's just something loud and gaudy, like you did some neon bottoms. But nowadays, with, you know, companies like Cole Haan or these middle entry level types of brands that give you access to something that's a little bit more expressive, consider the color of your soul. Ah, you liked how I played on that, right? Consider the color of your soul, the soul of the man, and the soul of the expression and the statement that you are trying to make. Because it'll be a great way for you to step into that space. And we talked about the power of color and what color can mean. So if you need to be a little bit more passionate, or you need to be a little bit more cool, or you need to be, you know, slightly grounded and deeply rooted in those spaces, help set yourself with the foundation with the soles of your shoes. So we're going to talk a lot about soles, and your soul, how you're soling your soul. Later on this week, we're going to talk about the construction of shoes and how they're put together, and certain things that you want to pay attention to for what they're expressing. We're going to talk about how to really begin building up on the soul of a man, right? And then also what's trending when it comes to the way shoes are constructed, different design types and some things of that nature, and what's trending as far as how people are making shoes, so you understand what that is going to be about. So please stick with us. Make sure that you leave me some comments in the comment box letting me know what color your soles are right now, and if you've ever even thought about that, and if you think that that is something that's relevant, or is that something that we should just overlook and dismiss. I think it is something that we definitely should at least address or pay attention to for you fellas who are really trying to be in that casual space, in that casual vein. You don't have to be so corporate or so formal or so classic in those spaces. When it comes to that sartorial element, I think that that's something that you should pay attention to, because as I told you before, I believe that God, as well as the sinister nature of who we are, always lies in the details. So again, leave me some comments in the comment box. I would love to hear from you. And make sure you check out some of the other videos. Make sure that you subscribe if you are enjoying this content or you're enjoying the conversation, because you can then get content like this every day. I'm here Monday through Friday, so not every day, but 5 out of 7 days is not bad. And it's sure to be a great conversation. Outside of that, it's Monday. Go get it. Be great. Enjoy your space and enjoy your job. And if you don't, definitely figure out a way to change it, because you deserve a great life and you deserve to look the part. So before I go, don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind. So you should always dress to express. See you tomorrow. Peace.